Nationalist approach and contribution. Approach and contribution. Now, books can be written with any objective, but teachers who teach them, they have a major rule. Like, for example, Jail Mehta is a very good book in medieval India. But whenever I refer to Jail Mehta to anyone, I say to the students, it's a book of Hindu orientation. Book is very easy. Book is very easy. But it is written with Hindu orientation. That you have to keep it in mind. So books can be written with any objective. But teachers, so Indian scholars who benefited from Western education came out as the champion of nationalist approach. Sometimes you meet a person and you see that he has something good. But along with that good, he has many odds also. Why are you bothered about those odds? Whenever you meet a person, anyone in your life, anyone, it's a very great formula. Whenever you meet a person, anyone in your life, you should always bother about his positive quality. Take out the positive, leave the odd. So in your life, if you met 100 people, you will have 100 positive things. So these Indian scholars who benefited from Western education, they developed what? A rationalist approach. And then they were urged by, this is a word used in NCERT, urged by colonial distortion. Colonial distortion. The Brahmins have exploited the lower classes. Indians bother only about spiritualism. Indians lack the sense of history writing. They were urged by colonial distortions and they were distressed. They were distressed by the decaying of feudal society in India, and progress of capitalist society in Britain. The rule is same. Ruler is same. One society is decaying on every ground. Other society is progressing. But this approach led to two wings. One, Hindu revivalism. Hindu revivalism. Some people became over enthusiastic and they started speaking about Hindu glory, Hindu revivalism, which was not completely bad. But when communalism started getting promotion, it became a very strong weapon in the hand of Muslim communal leaders. You see, these Hindus, they are talking about Hindu culture, Hindu society, Hindu polity, Hindu state. So in one way, it proved to be critical. Second was a rational and objective approach. Rational and objective approach. This rational and objective approach proved not only beneficial for Indian freedom struggle, it is also beneficial in contemporary Indian society. Few examples I will give you. You have to take down all the examples, but few examples I'll give you. R.G. Bhandarkar. Very prominent name, R.G. Bhandarkar. He talks about political history of Satavahanas in Deccan. Political history of Satavahanas. He talks about Vaishnavism and its glory. He talks about the evils of a caste system. He speaks against the condition of widows. He supports widow remarriage. Who says that Hindu culture does not sanction widow marriage? Bali, brother of Sugriv. When Bali dies, his wife Tara marries Sugriv. When Raja Dashrath died, which wife of Raja Dashrath performed sati? Which wife of Raja Dashrath performed sati? Sati system is basically the outcome of feudalism. I have discussed. Sati system is not permitted by Hindu culture or Indian culture. No. Sati system is the outcome of feudalism. And if caste system developed as an evil in India, class system, The outcome of feudalism. See about the condition of serfs. But there, people have understood. It was not the creation of priest or pope. It was the creation of feudalism. Here, Indian society, these leaders, dacoit leaders, dacoit, they are creating division on the basis of vote bank. Go and read European society and see what was the condition there. But they have understood. Witch hunting. Read about witch hunting. That was more cruel tradition than Sati system. But they have understood it was the outcome of feudalism, not pope, not priest. There they don't vote on the basis of Brahmin and Dalit. There they vote for education, power, industry. Corona is going on. Which caste leader and communal leader came out to help the people? People are helping each other irrespective of caste, creed, religion and region. I heard about a lady who comes from Guwahati to give blood to a Hindu man, Manohar, in Indore. Muslim woman, Muslim. Prabhat Yadav, Mathura, ambulance driver, he heard that his mother has died. Then also he took 15 corona positive patients to the hospital. When he gets the leave, then he goes to his village. R.G. Bhandarkar. Second, V.K. Rajwade. V.K. Rajwade. He is a great man, V.K. Rajwade. He started roaming village by village. He started roaming village by village in searching the manuscripts so that he can write Maratha history. So that he can go through the social laws and customs. And his biggest achievement is explaining deeply marriage ceremony in Indian culture. Very important ceremony. I'll discuss on this marriage ceremony in my YouTube classes. What is the importance of marriage in Indian culture? Why marriage was so much important and why today marriage is not being able to survive, sustain. Pandurang Vaman Kane. Pandurang Vaman Kane. History of Dharm Shastras. History of Dharm Shastras. Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia of Social Laws and Customs. His book became Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia of Social Laws and Customs. Today if you talk to Muslims, they say, we are very much aware about cleanliness. What was Janeo? That is not the step for cleanliness. Today there is no caste system when board the plane. Vistara. They will ask you to proceed to the plane according to your status. There is also discrimination. Business class passenger, please come first. Then premium business class. Then premium economy and then economy. No one raises the voice there. No one raises the voice there. For every custom, for every law, there was a scientific reason. Dwaj, the biggest gift of India, Bharat to the world. In this list, two people are more important. I'll give the name of those two also. D.R. Bhandarkar. D.R. Bhandarkar. And Hemchandra Rai Chaudhary. These colonist writers, they were saying Indians were never bothered about administration, self-government. His book on Ashoka is very crucial. Book on Ashoka and his special emphasis on political institutions. Mauryans had 27 Adhyaksha, superintendents, to promote and strengthen society and economy. Itijika Mahamatra, the Adhyaksha related to women development. Samstha Adhyaksha, the officer related to Consumer Forum. And you are accusing us that we did not know about administration. Hemchandra Rai Chaudhary, he talks from Mahabharat war to Gupta period. study, comparative study of history, evolution of. The drawback was South Indian history was neglected. The drawback of this was the drawback. South Indian history was neglected. Although K. Neelkanth Shastri made a very good attempt in that. But his book is very good in evidences, facts. Analysis is missing. But overall, the task of nationalist was completed. K.P. Jaswal, another important name. K.P. Jaswal. He gives a detailed description about K.P. Jaswal. He gives a very detailed description about existing republics in ancient India. So, on one side, colonist historians, B.A. Smith, who was working for the propaganda of British rule, that Indians don't have a sense of history, Indians lack the understanding of governance and self-rule, caste system was the biggest evil. So, on the other side, you have to make a graph, colonist approach, nationalist approach. Giving the rational and objective story of each and every development in ancient period. This was followed by a next trend, a very new trend, shift to non-political history. Third heading. Shift to non-political history. Two names are very important here. One is A.L. Basham and other is D.D. Kaushambi. Two names are very important. Sanskritist. If you read his book, The Wonder That Was India, especially the portion called Religion, I tell you with guarantee, religion and society, I tell you with guarantee 90% Hindus are not aware about Indian customs and traditions. The way he takes the stanzas from Ramayana and explains, the way he takes the stanzas from Kama Sutra and explains. No prejudice, no prejudice, no prejudice. Curiosity and pleasure. Curiosity and pleasure is the goal. Targeting culture and civilization. Best source, best Indian, ancient Indian religion, society, art and architecture. Best source, best. You see the Buddhist philosophy, the way he has explained. Leave Buddhist, Jaina philosophy, Hindu philosophy, Puranic philosophy. If you read, the picture will come in front of you. I always consider a writer or a teacher as a good writer or teacher, a person who is able to create a picture in front of you. Means you read and you visualize, acha, this was happening. Incarnation theory. He says, what a grand step of Brahmanism to digest non-Brahmins. Avatarvad. Brahmanism reaches to Mathura. There was a tribe, Vishnu tribe. His god was Vasudev. Avatarvad says, ki Vasudev, incarnation of Vishnu. Father is same, father is same. So when father is same, children are brothers. Religious principle played a very important role in social assimilation. And that became a very important factor in the expansion of Brahmanism in Indian subcontinent. What explanation, sir? No prejudice, no prejudice. An introduction to the study of Indian historical outline. He is a man of a Marxist bent of mind. Marxist. He says that whatever changes is taking place in economy, polity, society, culture, that is because of the forces of production are active. If slavery system is being born in 6th century BC, requirement. Economic requirement. So economy leads to social changes. Shudras, who were the slaves in later Vedic period, or who were to serve the upper three castes, or who were the working class, their status rises in 6th century BC. Economic status rises. That led to the rise in social status. So there was vacuum at the working class. And this created the necessity for the birth of slavery system. 4 types of slaves are mentioned in Pitkas. This was the approach of D.D. Kosambi. This portion emphasizes more on society, economy, and culture. An overall interconnection with political developments. We want to understand the colonialist approach. We have to also understand the limitations of Hindu emphasis, and we have to emphasize on rationalism and objectivity. And that will give the real picture of ancient India, which will be beneficial to each and every section at present time in India. Thank you.